ATL Season 2, Episode 10. This episode is called FUBU. You know what the deal is. For us, by us. Oh my God. Don't act like y'all didn't have an 05 jersey. Stop it. For us, by us, they had jerseys, hats, do-rags, jeans, shorts. All of that stuff is throwback for real. Please retire your FUBU products, people, if you still had that in rotation. Please hit like, comment, and subscribe. Let me tell you, you're going to love this review. Straight up like that. So the little boy's at Goodwill. He finds this solid yellow Michigan style jersey, and it's basically like, oh man, it's gold in the middle of the freaking store. You definitely had that same alarm clock Ern had. Don't play like you did not. You know, when you were younger and you used to set your clothes out and you would be like, oh man, I'm finna kill him in the morning. You're just looking at the clock like, yeah, it's almost time to get on the bus. Oh, I'm about to kill him, walking down the hallway. Yeah, you see it. That's exactly how Ern was. Now that bus scene, that is real. Can I tell y'all a quick story? So I'm on the after school bus. This is years and years ago. After, like, you know how they had the activity bus, like you'd go to basketball practice or whatever sport you had, and you can get on the bus, the later bus, and it'll drop you off at home or a nearby school or whatnot. This girl is in the front of the bus. I'm in the middle of the bus, and there's a guy in the back of the bus. It's not too many of us on there at this point. We're like one of the last stops. So the girl opens the window, which kind of alarms me because I'm like, it's cold as heck. It's snow outside. Why you opening the window? She opens the window, hawks one out, shoots it out the window. His window was down. I kid you not. She was on the front left side of the bus. He was on the rear right side of the bus. That thing went over the bus to the back of the bus, hit him through his window, smacked him in the face. He got up, walked straight to her, punched that girl right in the face. I kid you not. I said, you just punched this girl. Bus driver stops. I said, can I just get off right here because my granny house ain't that far away? True story. So that bus scene was real. FUBU, Tommy Hilfiger was pretty big back then. You had Boss jeans too. Jinko was popping at one point. Now FUBU, the beauty supply stores used to sell FUBU. Y'all remember it used to be PUBU. You got to really watch that cursive F because the F would turn into a P and you didn't bought it for 50% off. I'm just saying. So I felt like when I saw Ern at the Goodwill, I said, are you sure? Are you sure that that's an actual FUBU? I don't know. Y'all remember the leather FUBU jerseys? The life cycle of a plant. The beginning of If I Ruled the World, all of these things that we know to deal with life. The life cycle, you know, you go from being a seed to a bud to growth to blooming, and then, you know, eventually a plant will die. But if you plant the right seeds, then there's more to grow. And they're saying plant the right seeds in the youth, man. No bullying. Even though it's gonna happen, and it's not just high school bullies. People bully you in the workplace. People bully you in sports, whether it's professional, collegiate, high school. I mean, my kid is in young sports at, you know, a very elementary level, and you still see it. All you can do is put the right things into your people, your loved ones, to plant that seed that they'll be right. It's robbing season. This guy was robbed of his life. He took his own life. Devin took his own life. It's sad. It happens. These children, they get bullied to the point of, hey, I got too much going on at home. What am I supposed to do? I don't have nothing. All I had was my little piece of mine at school, and then they took it from me, so I'm done with it. That's a very selfish act, a very selfish attitude. And people do it, unfortunately. Some harm themselves and they still live, and some have taken their life completely. It's just a very sad situation. And I like the little girl in the classroom. I think her name was Danisha. That showed a lot too in this episode. I don't know if she was in the system. I don't know if that little girl was on medications that had her. But, you know, a lot of kids, you always got to watch that kid in the classroom who wears a coat the entire day. You know what I mean? It's the one who doesn't feel like they don't want to put their one item of security away. They keep it on, and you don't know what they're really covering up. So I like the little hidden message that they threw in there. But the little girl, one day in class, she's dark, she's hiding her head, she don't want to talk, and then she comes in the next day a completely different person, you know, very bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, reading, happy, hi Mrs. such and such, the day before her head. You don't know what anyone's going through is the point of this episode, and they did it very classy. Substitute teachers, they always get it bad. We had a substitute at my high school, they called him Sweater Man because all he wore was sweaters, and yeah, he was off the chain. He was cool though. He was cool with me. I was always that student that was very friendly to all the staff and to the students, whether it was the custodian staff, the coaches, the athletic trainers, definitely the teachers, all the administration. I was that chick to where I felt like you should build a relationship with everyone and be cool. That way I covered all my ground if need be. You know what I mean? There's always that smart talking dude at school too. Like, always talking the jokes and always spitting jokes. Everything is funny, standing on the desk, doing all that extra stuff. And I'm like, Darius? Was that Darius? I don't know. Let me know if y'all thought that was Darius. Paperboy being an actual boy in ROTC, which was perfect. He's hustling scientific calculators. And y'all know them things used to be expensive. I never had ISS or detention or anything like that. I was a pretty decent student. The whole point of this episode is kind of sort of the reason why a lot of public schools have people in uniforms, I feel. It's an effort to prevent that, to make everyone kind of wear the same thing. Like, hey, look, everyone wear khaki pants and a white button-down t-shirt, something like that. Now, I went to private school my whole life up until freshman year in high school. I told y'all that multiple times. And a lot of that time, it was in uniform, or it was you couldn't wear labels. You just had to wear like a solid color shirt, but no labels were allowed. You had freedom to wear whatever shoes you wanted to wear. Last year of public, my first year of public school, I was a sophomore. So, but I always wore the shoes that I wanted to wear, whether they were J's or stupid K-Swiss. Y'all remember K-Swiss? Classic Nikes back then. I wore like Ace 89s, whatever. But I felt my shoe game was something to where I could be unique and be myself versus my friends and people who I didn't kick it with who were in that school. They wore Doc Martens all the time. You know what I mean? That wasn't my thing. And when I told my mom one day, I was like, hey, can I get some Doc Martens? She was like, why? That's not even what you like. And I was like, you know what? I respect her for saying no. Because that's not, why you got to conform? Just do you at the end of the day. So you remember in science class, though, I didn't think about it. When you're chemistry, whatever they were in, you don't think about it when you're a kid, like, oh, let me see that microscope. Oh, let me use your microscope. Pink eye is real. As a parent, I cringed at that episode because I know I would be sending my kid at that point to school with some Lysol wipes. Stick these in your pocket, because I'm not about to be dealing with pink eye getting passed down from children to children. They have the note of, do you like Erica? Yes or no? Check here. But when that's funny that they did the second note, because I said, man, they're gonna say, is that shirt fake? And that's exactly what they did. So I was cracking up, man. You see the same young dude roasting the urn. Same little boy who was roasting the urn outside with the dreadlocks and the fader on the side. That was the little Bert and Ernie looking boy who was on the Shy, who was snitching on Coogie's big brother, actually. I said, you better work your little boy. Get it. I like Marshalls. I thought they were talking about Goodwill in the beginning, but they were talking about Marshalls. Is what it is. I think this stuff is real. I think it's just like mass produced, or maybe they put the zip on the wrong side. Or anyway, I still rock some Marshalls clothes, all of that. But respect to the cousins, because that cousin love, that cousin bond cannot be broken. And Paperboy always there, always coming through for his cousin since the beginning. And that's what makes this show awesome, that connection. I'll see y'all next week. That was episode 10. FUBU, for us by us. Let me know in the comment section if y'all wore a jersey like that. I know y'all did. Until the next time, peace.